Hi folks, Paul here with another away day guide. This one's for Sheffield United. If you're visiting Bramall Lane, everything you need to know is coming up. Okay, Sheffield. As a city itself, it's got a great footballing history. It's actually home to the oldest football club in the world, but it's not Sheffield United. And it's not their noisy neighbours either. It's Sheffield FC, which is based to the south of the city towards Strongfield. And if you're the kind of person that likes to visit all the grounds and old stadiums and things like that, you can still go there. They've got a bar. The what three words is wire flying race. If you're arriving on coach, the drop-offs near the ground will not have many pubs accepting away fans. You'll need to check out some of the ones I'm going to mention shortly, as everything close to the stadium is home fans only. If you're coming in by train, you want Sheffield City Centre Station, which is 15-minute walk from the ground, and your nearest tram stop is actually probably further away from the ground than the train station itself. So using the trams for Sheffield United is not that practical. Much better for the other team. If you're driving in, parking around the stadium is very limited and strictly controlled, so you'll want to be in one of the city centre car parks unless you choose to drop the car at Meadowhall and get the train or tram in from there. Either option's okay and your car parking's free. I've done that before, but there is a car park nearer the ground. There's quite a lot of city centre car parks, multi-stories and that are available for use, the city centre prices, but the one near the ground the club have teamed up with, and you can get a match day discounted parking in the APCOA car park. Your postcode for that is Sierra 1 4 Quebec Whiskey, and your what three words for the entrance is They Direct Bets. Your promo code, there's a website, I've created a short link to make it easier, genie.us/SUFC parking, or you can scan the QR code on screen. And when checking out, if you enter the promo code SUFC Day, that should get you £5 for match day parking. Once you arrive in the city, you'll probably want to find a pub, and Sheffield's quite good in terms of accepting away fans. Near the ground, you're not going to get in, shouldn't expect to in most places. But the other side of the ring road into the city, you'll find a mix of fans on a match day, unless you've got beef with the club previously. Yeah, everyone seems to get on. There's a few designated away pubs, the Howard and the Globe just outside the train station, which fill up really quickly, but it's a popular city centre. There's plenty of pubs, there's 2 universities, so there's a lot to cater for them, and generally they allow all fans in. Obviously, if you're not very well behaved, if you're a bit boisterous as you approach, they might refuse you. Learn from it and get in the next place. So getting on the pub specifically, the Howard, as you come out of the train station, turn left, go up between the water feature and the big silver sculpture. There's a traffic light crossing at the top, and it's just on your right over the road. That's the Howard. The postcode is Sierra 1 2 Lima Whiskey, and your what three words is Mint Toys Point. That does fill up pretty fast with people spilling out of the train station. If it is full, don't stress, don't bother queuing. 50 metres straight up the hill in front of you is the Globe, just on the left. You'll see fans outside as soon as you start walking up a little bit. Just as welcoming, just as good, and set up for away fans. And your what three words for that one is Making Trout String. If you're into Wetherspoons, there's plenty in Sheffield. I personally like the Banker's Draft on the Marketplace because I used to work there and I still know some of the staff there. I never have a problem getting in my team's shirt, but there is a newer one closer to the stadium on Ecclesall Road. It's called the Sheaf Island, built on the site of the old Ward's Brewery, or Ward's Brewery as they say in Sheffield. That's really handy for coach drop-off rather than going back into the city centre and finding pubs that are full. But again, it is a Wetherspoons. They sometimes change their mind whether they're going to let people in or not. Come across it a few times before, and it often depends on how well or badly your fans have behaved last time you were there. So bear that in mind. Your what three words for that one is Menu Caves Clubs, and if you're staying overnight, there's plenty of hotels in the area. It's a city centre. I've picked out 3 for different reasons, each have their own benefits. So first up, we've got the Novotel, which is handiest for the station and the Howard and the Globe. That's reasonably priced, probably the least well rated out of the 3. Not badly rated, but not as well rated as the other 2. Your postcode for that one is Sierra 1 2 Papa Romeo, and your what three words is Comical Sport Teams. The next one is the Ibis Budget on St Mary's Gate. Postcode Sierra 1 4 Lima Romeo, with the what three words of Dent Accent Voice, and that's really handy for the ground. It's the closest big chain hotel you'll get to the stadium, and it's just down the road from the Wetherspoons as well. And your last one is the Easy Hotel of Sheffield City Centre, and that is on the Marketplace near the Banker's Draft that I mentioned earlier, right on the tram stop. It's handy for spending a bit of time there. You want to go off to Meadowhall or visit in other parts of the city, and it is the best priced one. You do get what you pay for, but interestingly the reviews are quite favourable. It's better reviewed than the other 2, but I don't think that's because it's a better standard. I think a lot of it is because people are giving it high reviews saying you get what you pay for. So don't go there with me telling you it's well reviewed expecting luxury. You won't get that. Not for that price. It is very well priced, but you will get a good, secure, safe, warm bed to sleep in for the night, which is all you really want on an away day. Postcode for that one is Sierra 12 Golf Delta, and your what 3 words is posts, firms, lively. When you're done with those, usually I talk about making your way to the ground, but this one I found a little gem the other day. It's a local sort of performing arts theatre kind of business. They've got a bar inside, and it was their first time opening up trying to encourage or attract football fans. They are just around the corner from Bramall Lane. It's the closest you're going to be able to buy a beer to the stadium as an away fan. There was nobody in. There was the manager and his really friendly barmaid, and it doesn't look like a pub from the outside because it's not a pub. It's called the Theatre Deli. It's a charity-based thing. It's part of the community. They do all sorts of performing arts. That day they actually had a short play after the match about football culture, which we would have stayed and watched potentially, but having beat them 8-0, we thought it best just to get out of the city. But that aside, they're reasonably priced. The service was quick. Obviously, if everybody descends on there whilst they're learning this and getting new to it, they're gonna A, not be staffed up for it, and B, run out of beer in no time at all. But they were really friendly, really helpful. I wish them every success, and I did say I'd give them a mention in my video. So they're an inclusive establishment, so they've got rainbow flags up along the back of the bar. We asked them about it because we was like, oh, is this a gay bar? Should we not be in it? And it was like, oh, no, we're just an inclusive establishment. We have a wide mix of people that come in, straight, gay, young, old. They do comedy nights for mums and all sorts of things. So it might be one to go to if you are a travelling fan that may feel slightly marginalised. If you're autistic like me, I found it great. We've got lots of things to make you feel comfortable. Disabled supporters, it's got easy access and lots of room and space inside, and I would say it's probably a really good venue for anybody like me that just wants a bit of drinking and comfort before the game. Really handy for the ground just around the corner. But I do think as people find out about it, it'll get much more popular, the away fans, and it'll start to fill up. But yeah, well worth checking out if you're not offended by rainbow flags. If you are, just don't go in there, leave them alone. There's no point being a dick about things. Move on, get on with your life, and let these people get on welcoming everybody else. So that having been said, if you're heading in from any of the bars I've mentioned, including the Theatre Deli, you'll be coming in towards the north corner of the stadium along Bramall Lane, and your turnstiles are the first 6 that you come to on the left, reverse order. They go 23 down to 18, so 2 groups, 18 to 20 and 21 to 23. If you have parked at the car park that the club have the code for, it's 5-minute walk from the entrance, just down the street, across the roundabout, and you're at the stadium, and it's really handy for getting into and out of. You'll be housed in the lower tier behind the goal in the Bramall Lane end. As you're going through the turnstiles, you go up some stairs and into the back of the concourse area, and you can't see any facilities. You can't see a bar or kiosk or anything. It took us till half time to find it, which is weird because I've been in before and I was like, I've bought a beer in here before. Have they shut it? Where is it? And once you come out and you look at it from the other point of view without the wall behind you, you see it just around the corner. So it's up towards the centre of the stadium. If you're seated at that end of the stadium, you're going to see it anyway. If you're seated as you just go in, you miss it. So don't be put off. They do have beer and food in there. So if you finish up there a bit early, it's no big hardship going into the ground and enjoying a bit of time in there. Moving on to my away day rating. I like away days where pubs let you in. I don't like away days where they do not welcome away fans, because when any visiting fans come to my club, we welcome them everywhere, pretty much. So that's always going to weight it heavily in favour. Stadium, it's alright. It's a good, solid, nice old stadium. The fans, usually pretty good, very vocal. They did get a right hammering, so a lot left early, which I can understand. I can't. I'd never leave a game early, but you can sort of see why some of them did. But fair play to the ones that stayed. They were singing that they love the club at the end, and good for them, because I like to do that when we get heavily beat. You go in, you might as well show your support. So with that, the proximity to the train station is really handy. Everything's close by. You've got a lot of things around. Yes, immediately around the stadium, nowhere's letting you in. Can feel a bit uncomfortable if you go to the other sides of the stadium, I guess, but stick to the main route in and out and you'll be fine. Generally, we had a chat with some of the fans. They're knowledgeable, mostly sensible and friendly. And yeah, well, while I've got a few dedicated away pubs, most places in the city centre will let you in anyway, unless they just don't let any football colours in. Then they're just treating home fans as the same as away fans, which is fine by me if they don't want the business. So all in all, Sheffield United, good, solid 8 out of 10. If you disagree with anything I've said, let me know. Stick it in the comments. If you like the content and you want to see more of it, click the subscribe button. Definitely click the like button. It really helps. Have a great day, regardless of the result, and good luck for the rest of your season. I've been Paul, and I'll see you in the next one.